So this is probably going to be a really short video, but it's like the last CSS property that I want to bring up and show you when it comes to formatting text. And you've learned a whole lot about formatting text. There's a lot of great stuff in here, and this is like the vast majority of what you'll use to format text. So the last one I want to show you is text indent, and here's a preview of it. You could see that first line is indented. If we look at the HTML MDN documentation for this CSS property, text indent specifies the amount of indentation, empty space, that should be left before lines of text in a block. By default, this controls indentation of only the first formatted line, so the first line. And so that's why here, you see, it's just the first line that's indented. All right, so that's text indent, and this is what it'd look like in the code. Here we have text indent, one rem. Perfect. Here it says display flex, flex direction, and line items. That's stuff we haven't covered yet. Padding, that's the box model. Margin, that's the box model. We have content, we have padding, we have border, we have margin, right? Max width, we've learned a little bit about width. Max width is interesting. Max width allows this to occur, right? So the max width is 550, but as we shrink down, then that is able to shrink. It just can't get bigger than 550. That's its max width, but it could get smaller. If we just set width, then that's its width, that's its width, that's its width, and it's not going to get smaller. So that max width, there's also min width, but those max width and min width things allow you to do some interesting things. See there, it doesn't shrink because the width is just the width is the width, right? So put that back on there. And then you might be interested, well, what happens when I do min? I'm just pointing this out. We're learning a new CSS property here. Min width is 550, right? So at a minimum, this has to be 550. So it'll just keep growing above that. But then as I hit 550, it stays that size, so it doesn't shrink. So I like max width. I think that's totally cool. And, because then as you scale down, it's adaptive to smaller screen sizes. That's pretty neat. So we just learned about max width. I'm glad we learned that. That's a cool deal. And then text indent, that's what we're working on right there. And font family, font size, line height, color, font weight, that's all stuff that we've learned so far. So we're starting to come together. That's text indent. In the next video, I'm going to present some hands-on exercises for you. Then we'll have the solutions to those exercises, and then we'll have the review, and then it's forward and onwards, continuing to learn great stuff.